Greetings from the
Captain
Halcyon
Quest.
Parcel Service. Delivery is guaranteed within standard margins of certainty. I've got a special delivery for Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. With your permission, I'll see it transferred to your ship.
Captain,
bad I'm not
I must
laughing.
remind you that you will always be Alex Hawthorne to me.
That's impossible. My contract stipulates delivery to Alex Hawthorne, Captain of the Unreliable. You're the Captain of the Unreliable, so that makes you Alex
my
Hawthorne.
goodness. Okay, my
I would
law.
advise you to relax and breathe deeply, but today's delivery does not include customer service add-ons. I'm sending a technician over to deliver your parcel. Stand by, Captain Hawthorne. An HPS certified distribution technician has deposited the parcel into your cargo hold in accordance with hazardous waste disposal procedures. Scheduling a redelivery will require Form 232B Addendum 57G and approximately 16 weeks of processing time. Unfortunately, we are currently experiencing a critical shortage of blank forms. Thank you for your patience, and please remember HPS for all of your future parcel-related needs.
Make a rude hand gesture, then cut the transmission. You were such an asshole. I keep pressing A because I keep thinking that's gonna be the button. What the f? That's a hand on there.
If you're getting this, something's happened to me.
Oh, we got a rare
mixed up
achievement.
in some shady business on Gorgon. Should have known better. But I landed on something big. And now this job's an itch I can't stop scratching.
Uh-oh. Like an STD.
There's a whole research compound left of the Sprats.
The hand is still on there.
Figuring out why. But something dangerous is closer to me. Got the job through one Minnie Ambrose. Top runger who just came into some money. Was offering a hefty bid card for qualified help. Trust me, her money's good. Talk to Minnie. Take the job. If I ain't gonna let you see the payday, might as well be you. Consider us even, old pal.
Well, that fellow certainly seemed trustworthy.
I've gotten jobs from some unusual sources, but this is a first. Congratulations, Captain.
I don't mean to sound prim, Captain, but there's gotta be a better way to ask someone to do you a favor.
I just want to say, we gotta take this job. This is the closest I ever been to starring in a serial drama.
Moving, bud.
Only thing we're missing is a couple of cameras and a soundtrack.
At least this won't be boring.
Lucky Montoya owed Captain Hawthorne a considerable debt. I believe this is what humans refer to as payback. Captain, the message contains landing coordinates for a small asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. It was recently registered to a Wilhelmina Ambrose.
What are you gonna? Are we gonna talk about the server?
I, for one, was hoping to do the exact opposite of that.
What?
Why?
Do you want to shake its hand?
Yeah, can we talk about the arm? I want to take bets on how the guy lost it. My money's on cannibals.
That ain't really that fella's arm, right? It's gotta be a dummy. Or a toy?
Well, I'm not cleaning it up.
Cleanup service request processed. Disposal of human arm from the Unreliable's cargo hold will commence in the immediate future.
Simulating disgust.
Thanks, Sam.
How distasteful. Humans eat there. I'm not touching it. Etc. Lucky Montoya had a statistically significant tendency to encounter situations of extreme danger.
He liked to show off his battle scars. I get the feeling he won't be flashing this one around.
He was also the 4th best paid freelancer in the system.
4th.
There are several hundred freelancers operating in Halcyon. Considering the numbers, Mr. Montoya ranked among the top percentile. This had less correlation with his measured aptitudes, which rank at or below average, than with a pattern of fortunate circumstances.
Sounds good to me.
That's not... Captain, just when I think I've heard the depths of insight you're capable of, you find a way to surprise me.
I do not advise deriving probabilities from coincidence, but I am programmed to offer you encouragement. I have transferred the coordinates for Ambrose Manor to your navigation terminal. We can travel there when you are ready.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go! I don't know my ship anymore. I haven't played this game in forever. Really great game, though. Fantastic. Love it. Gorgon.
We arrived at Ambrose Manor.
Alright, let's go. I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm playing on the PlayStation too much. Okay, so who do I want? I want Sam. No. Ellie. Sorry, Sam. Actually. Sam pretty good. I don't remember. Oh. Continue. Made of real exotonic waste. This place looks like it's got a lot of toxic areas. You know what I mean. Toxic waste. Why is Crash Bandicoot off the shelf? I'm just gonna set you up like that. Same type.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow.
Hello.
Do not stray from the path.
Aw, that's no fun.
Thanks, Ellie. Where are you going?
This unit is under construction. Thank you for your patience.
So, great. I followed him. I'm not sure if I should have done that. Alright, where's my team? There they are.
At the very least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there.
Course routed.
What am I wearing?
And
Where's my character? Armor. You got better armor? Yeah, why are we not wearing armor? How do you repair?
accepted.
Alright, go on.
Okay, maybe not.
Navigating to requested location. Relocating.
I'm going.
Alright, well, you guys are useless. How do I cancel? No, they'll be there with me when the time comes.
You lucky? Huh? Apparently not. Well, join me for a drink, Mr. Whoever you... So
Hello.
who the devil are you?
Sir Pablo, Captain of the Unreliable.
You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain.
Is she coming
I'm
on
sure
to
we
me?
have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence.
Bane.
I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass to gorgon. To gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star.
Wow.
I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company. A severed arm. How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop? Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles.
He's definitely not doing that anymore.
But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
Yep. He got fired just because he
Among
lost an
other
arm.
parts, I assume. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback. That's called a defense mechanism. I don't get attached to others if I can avoid it. Try it sometime. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
I'm looking
Don't say
for
out
someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I kind of want someone different on the ship or out there with me. So, and then we'll just skim right through all that. What's the pastor guy? That's what I should get.
Stay safe out there.
That one, Victor. Yeah. Victor will be good. So now we're going to get attacked here. I like the art, the loading screen right there, the little house on the asteroid, overlooking like the other rock.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Well, we're not known for going where we're told, but we'll see what we can do. I've never seen a more effective argument against blindly.
This unit expresses dismay.
Let's go, boys.
People will go to extraordinary lengths to define themselves, won't they? This is just a facade to hide behind.
At the very least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there.
Are we gonna steal stuff now?
Okay, maybe not.
This place has the distinct feeling of a crypt.
Just go the wrong way. Yeah, I did.
Is that you, Lucky? Huh? So who the devil are you? You don't say. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. To Gorgon, may cosmic winds shepherd. Now what brings you to my... Lucky Montoya is my personal...
He's definitely not doing that anymore.
The more lost we feel, the more we put on a show for others.
But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now? Among other parts. Settling an old score. How would you like to be?
Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
I don't believe you thought this through. Or much else, for that matter.
I'm looking for
Excuse you?
someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands. You're not grasping this, are you? You're the one I'm after. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
For her.
One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying. My thoughts exactly. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall for it.
Oh.
I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of everything about me, really. I couldn't measure up to her example. She didn't make time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one, naive and irresponsible as I was.
You poor thing.
Trust me, we are nothing alike.
A kindred spirit. Well, well, charmed. Today is full of surprises. Mother worked herself to the bone. She wanted to make the colony a better place, no matter who or what got sacrificed along the way. She never spared a thought for those of us who cherished her, who suffered for her idea of progress. We weren't terribly close to begin with, I'm afraid. But that accursed asteroid certainly didn't improve our relations. Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck in the middle. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth kicking and screaming into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility. I admire your enthusiasm. This manor has echoed with my own we, and I can feel you breathing new life into the walls. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks. I've never understood why, but Gorgon is teeming with marauders. They almost seem drawn to sorrow and misfortune. Then there's the test subjects, those who survived anyway. Ravenous creatures left behind like so much salvage. Perhaps we should cut the Q&A short in that case. I don't want you having second thoughts. There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
I think I've heard of that place. Cheap whiskey, rough crowd. You'll love it.
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound? The cash? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels. How can you tell? On second thought, don't answer that. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
Don't worry about us. We're well versed in helping ourselves to anything that's not nailed down.
Okay. So back to the ship. Oh, that's not the ship. Alright. What's our robot boy doing over here? So how's our weapons? Alright.
This unit cannot bring you any drinks in its current state.
Using your dodge skills. There's a forward dodge. Didn't this game come out last year? Or this year? Pretty sure it was last year. I don't know. Alright, well anyways.
We are now in orbit of Earth
Veteran. Natural close in the distance of your melee attack. Twice the speed, half the price. Spacer's choice.
Well, here we... Hey, is that a saloon? I feel better already.
I don't know. No robot to greet us. Alright, well. It's a little deserted.
I got supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon Is that what my thoughts sound like? Law, I've been standing near that alarm too long. You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one around here liable to help you. Found a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever seen before. Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
Why would I need a pickaxe if I'm violent? So now, what does mine do? Where's my weapons at? I think I'm good. Should we look around for requests actually from people? Nothing. Interesting.
Whatever happened here, we're not gonna be next. Be ready.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone down here, actually. There's this dude. And this dude. He's over here looting dead bodies. I don't think there's anyone else out here. You're right. Raising your science skills allows you to tinker your armor and weapon workbench, increase the amount of damage they prevent or cause.
come here. Let's... All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
What?
Good. Look up. Now look down. Thank you. Got him from my mother. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation. Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
What?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better. First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
Rip.
Just don't ask me to dance.
Dude, if we can ask him to dance, that'd be great.
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. A lot of time to drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again. Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
Oh, you did
And
a
I thought
great
this place
job.
was gonna be fun.
Well, I hope you look the other way just this once.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt. Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects.
Ooh.
Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10 to 1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
I think I'm good.
Stay cool.
Stay frosty.
Smell that? Cheap whiskey and stale cigarettes. My kind of place.
Been an age since I had a good trip of kale. Hope they've got it on tap.
You're a... That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
I risked my life sneaking around Marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist!
All right, that's enough. This is a family establishment.
You're
you
a
want to make a
woman.
mess? You make it outside.
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
It's the same fight every day. 5 years we've been at this, and we still can't agree on how to properly tag salvage. Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly, or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Here, here. Boys are for drinking. The poor decisions that result are better left outside.
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own terms.
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do something, these two are gonna be at each other's throats. You do that for me?
I misspoke,
Nothing's
no.
free on Gorgon. You're clever to have that figured out already. Freddy, Trixie, go on and make your case to the generous stranger.
I'll start, seeing as I'm the one who's been most wronged in this equation. Oh, very formal. Freddy the Scab, freelancer for sublight salvage and shipping. Same as my father before me.
Junkyard Trixie, also a salvage freelancer, though I've been at it longer than Freddy.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag, clear as day, so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
No speaking out of turn, but I'll allow
I
it
kept
this
my
once.
mouth shut during his story. He should have the courtesy to return the favor. Anyway, that's my story, sir.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility. You've heard it
they're
from
so
them
heavy.
both. So, who gets the salvage?
As much as I want this.
Thank you. Law, it's hard to get a fair trial in this sprat-fucked colony.
You'll pay for this. I don't know how, and I'm not sure when. But just you wait, and maybe it'll happen. Someday.
Here's a six-pack on the house, plus your fee. Maybe now we'll finally get some peace around here for a change. I'll write to Lilia Hagen in the corporate office on Groundbreaker. She'll get some haulers to drag it away. It'll take a while. Nothing happens fast around these parts. But at least the salvage would get a good home.
What if I go out there and I take the salvage for myself?
A little too often, if you ask me. But that's the sublight way. Anything worth doing is worth fighting over.
A girl with fighting for.
Come and chat if you're ever feeling thirsty.
We could always go back and rile him up again later.
It ain't fair. That salvage was mine first.
Thanks again for the salvage. You're all right.
Don't forget
No
to
matter
close your
what
tab
Freddy
before
says.
you head out.
This is the best joint in the system. Ain't that right?
I wouldn't get too close to
There
that
aren't
railing.
people.
Just in case.
The repurposed aesthetic reminds me of Fallbrook. These sublight folks really know how to overhaul a place.
Huh, who's
No.
this now? Wonder if... Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
And a right left hook.
Me? Nah. Never been a pugilistic kind of guy. Did most of my fighting with a pen back when I did it at all. Nowadays, I just drink. At least Lex has got the good manners to let me do it for free. Hey, whoa, no call for insults. We're all friends here. I was a journalist, thank you. A contributing member of our great society. Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board. And the rest, writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and death shit. If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
I guess.
Does this involve going somewhere we don't belong? Those are my favorite jobs.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said. Right on the money. Look at me, I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges. Help me get my recordings back so I can finally get the hell out of here. No shit? That's downright civilized of you. All right. One of them I stashed in the Office of Creative Incubation, in the projector room on the 3rd floor. I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside OCI's upper entrance. You'll find another in the chem lab. It's in the main lab storage room. The final one is in human inquiry and auditing. It's tucked behind a pipe in Observation Room B. That's more than I've been able to hope for in years. Thank you.
What's the story with this place anyhow?
Used to be a shipping warehouse. Supplies came in, deadly chemicals.
He doesn't have a name. I'm scared.
What have you got there?
Adrena time, I think. Found some in an old busted crate.
Nobody in here. Hard.
Someone's in here. Oh, lol. It's coming back up again.
You okay there, bud?
I'm all right. That last one really emptied my guts. No, wait. Here comes more.
No, I was hoping to see the money shot.
What are you looking at? Never seen a grown man?
So, how you feeling?
Good.
Jerome would have loved this place. You don't look
Hello.
like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here, and whose journey is far from over. Not me. I'm right back where I started, and the end is almost in sight. Listen to me, being all vague and mysterious.
Yeah, I should
I
kill you.
don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the Marauders would eat me alive.
You poor thing.
Looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but they haven't made much progress. My husband, Jerome, died on Gorgon. I need you to get me his old hip flask. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract, and he carried it wherever he went. I know it's still here. No point in denying it, he died on this rock. Likely torn apart by marauders, unless he took care of himself on his own terms. I don't like to imagine what happened, but I know I have to accept it. You'd really do that for me? Law, and I'll bet you're worth 10 of those sublight sprats. I don't have much, but if you help me, there's a little set aside for the occasion. Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed. Might be a good place to check first. Yeah? The lab coats kept quiet about the project, but the air was charged with excitement. You could feel it wherever you went. They wanted to change the world. A tenfold boost to worker productivity with no side effects? Who wouldn't salivate at the thought? I don't know what went wrong, but when the shit hit the fan, it sprayed everyone in its path, including me.
That last drink you ordered had a punch to it. What did you...
Alright. So I think we talked to everybody we can in the bar.
Are you my agent on the ground?
Sorry?
I've been sent to meet a certain someone about a certain piece of merchandise. They're supposed to use a secret code phrase.
Can't help you. I'm just here to drink.
That's the code phrase. It is you.
Quiet down. You're making a scene. Did you bring the payment?
I don't know. Did you bring the goods?
No payment, no goods.
Give me a taste of the goods. Just so I know I can trust you.
You can't trust me. Now, did you bring the payment?
I don't know. Did you bring the goods? Who do you work for anyway? Auntie Pete? Mary the Sprat? Hardtack Harry?
It's Mary the Sprat. But don't you go telling anyone.
You work for Mary the Sprat. I work for Mary the Sprat.
Shit. We shouldn't be seen together. This is a setup. Or a hit. Or both?
Pretend you don't know me. Just play it casual. Can I get you a drink?
This is the best joint in the system, ain't
This? We're all friends here.
As soon as I sober up, I'm heading back to the ruins.
Alright, we're gonna explore a little more. Or not.
No one's coming. Maybe this isn't a hit.
Buy you another round?
I really should. But I'm thirsty.
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night. They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be? Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage. Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
I get that a lot.
Lucky. Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road. I don't ask about jobs unless people want to make it my business. And Lucky wasn't talking. Awful shame about what happened to him. You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone around here is sick to death of it by now. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off. If the bloody piece in question was a raptidon tongue or a mantis leg, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm. I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp. No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle. I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business. Lay 'em on me, boss. I'm not going anywhere.
No, boy.
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day. Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. And I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab. He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him. Roscoe's drinks are on the house. We all know how it feels to get left behind. He'll be all right. He's with the family now, and we take care of our own.
Family.
Roscoe's drinks are on the house. Yeah, he'll be all right. He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes that's all there is to it. Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta make the subtitles bigger.
Working
No, I
alone.
can't.
I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig. Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her. No kidding. Ugh, what a shame. I owe her one on the house. When Spacer's Choice pulled out, a lot of people found themselves adrift. The ones with nowhere to settle ended up here. Sad but true. What are friends for, eh?
We're not friends.
I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous. Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs. When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open, we're just sifting through dirt. You got it, bub. Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge. Yes and no. Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea. Lilia Hagen is the boss of Sublight Salvage. Her office is on the Groundbreaker. Drop in and see her for a job if you have the time. Even if you haven't heard of her, chances are good she's heard of you. See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You know, they do something similar in Byzantium. Fancier system, but same idea.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules. Easy. His name's Matt. The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase. I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. The Sprat Shack's gone through a lot of title holders over the years. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters. Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential. Yes. And no. Again, that one was Hagen's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of trouble. And I don't want any trouble in my place.
Why is she looking up at me?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony. Mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well-connected. And not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well-stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze. Come back when you're thirsty.
Alright. I guess we get out of here.
Nice to have some company for a change. If you're heading downstairs, order something sweet.
Oh my god, I almost got crushed.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later. Error. Tilt alarm engaged. Entering emergency reconciliation mode. This unit has been programmed to express despair. Please treat this unit with kindness. This unit is currently in wait. Please return. Feeling a little rough around the edges? Try a soothing antibiotics cream and wipe those scream lines away. Have a better than natural day.
Oh my goodness.
Incoming, Captain!
I forgot how to play this game. Just taken out. Dang, these aren't doing a lot of damage. Alright, come on. You are useless. Oh wait, could be I don't have armor on too. Maybe I should put some armor on. There we go. There you go. Alright, let's get moving.
Ugh. We shipping some sulfur? It'll be like I'm back home.
Let's keep moving before we get all introspective.
Cheryl, 4 minutes and
No, we're okay. We're okay. Where is everyone?
Here they come. Watch a pro at work. Just like that. Covering you. Nothing like a good tussle.
Bits, yeah.
Never seen a corporation spend this much on a place only to let it rust.
Excuse me?
Except for Monarch and Scylla and Emerald Vale. Okay, I take it back.
Alright, take that.
That was fun.
Kill them up, kill them up. Show yourself, come on. I didn't see you there. I don't think my sniper rifle's really any good anymore. So we need a pass key. need to get in there. Alright, well, guess we'll come back to that area. Come on. Maybe, just maybe one of these buildings.
You're hurt!
I should have just waited. happened was I walked off the edge on accident. That's what it was. Yes.
James, come on up.